To be able to adjust a Java Sidemount BCD, we have to know what is considered a proper setup. When we're talking about optimal setup, we have to know the reasoning on why things are the way they are. One point is air distribution. This is an optimal setup, where the bottom of the weight system pad is at the level of half of your rear end. So when the wing is attached, it will be at the proper place where the air should be distributed. Why is it proper? Because when you dive, the heaviest point of your body will be lifted up by the wing, which is the area around the hips. So to maximize the purpose of the wing, this is the most ideal spot. The shoulder D-rings should be even and aligned with one another at this point where it is easy to reach. And the top of the D-ring on the crotch strap should be around the belly button area to attach the wing double enders. So the double enders help pull the crotch strap up and your wing wraps you snug. Now that we know what a proper setup is, we can start preparing the harness for adjustments. The main focus will be these 5 points. Depending on your request, the length of your webbing will be adjusted accordingly to your specifications, specifically in height and weight. However, if you plan on renting the BCD, we will set the webbing length to a longer length. You may later choose to trim the webbing, but either way, it is important to prepare the BCD before you make adjustments, to make it easier. The first step is to loosen the webbing from all 5 points, but leave the third slot of the webbing slots open to make it easier to make adjustments, so do that with all 5 points. Once you've prepped the webbings, you're ready to adjust. If you're an instructor, ask the student to wear the harness and pull the crotch strap tightly to ensure where the weight system pad is currently sitting. In this video, it looks like the placement is too high. So what we want to do is loosen the shoulder straps on both sides to lower the weight system pad. Now it's looking perfect. Once that's done, let's check the waist webbing. We want the buckle to be nice and centered so that it will be covered by the crotch strap, which also functions to protect the buckle from opening. But if the buckle isn't centered, you can adjust the length of each end through these slots. Since we loosened the webbing slots earlier, it will be easier for you to make the adjustments. If the T is getting in the way, you can just take it off and connect it back once you get the proper fit. You can ask the student to take off the harness and lock the webbings in place by inserting the webbing in the third slot and looping it back into the first, as seen here. And do this with all 5 points earlier. If you disconnected the T's, reconnect them in the proper place like this. You can lock the excess webbing with the existing rubber bands. A final adjustment is also making sure that the D-rings are aligned with each other by doing this. If needed, you could also adjust the tank bungees from this area. Now the webbing is locked, you're finally ready to attach the wing. To attach the wing, simply screw the top part of the weight system pad and the wing together, and you can tighten the screw using an Allen key. For the bottom, you can insert the bungees to the modified tri-glider in these 2 holes specifically, and insert the excess bungees into these 2 holes, and lock the bungees using a standard overhand knot. And now your BCD is ready to dive. Change the game with Java Sidemount.